Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. We are the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth. We are the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. My videos are about love, creation, and infinity. Because we're infinite creators, we're infinite love. Why? Because of our heartbeat. The human heartbeat generates an electromagnetic field around us that powers us, gives us the electricity, the current required for our nervous systems to operate so we can think, we can be conscious, we can be self-aware, for our organs to function, for our heart to do its thing. So it's the pulse of life, it's the pulse of creation. So we live to love and we love to live. Why? Because our creator, from a biological point of view, the human heart, allows us to exist. The heartbeat keeps us going. It's the heartbeat that keeps us going. And at the same time, is the heartbeat. Where is the heartbeat? In the heart. And don't we feel with our heart? Don't we have emotions? Don't we love with our heart? So our creator doesn't only give us life, but it reminds us that we love with the heart, which is what gives us life. So we live to love and we love to live. So biologically speaking, just like our heart that created us and gives us the ability to love, it reminds us in a most spectacular and beautiful and poetic way that we are also creators and we create through our love. So we're a loving species, we're a heartful species, we're a benevolent species. It is our instinct to love because our instincts to exist due to the heartbeat. So this is all connected. This is just the way it is and the way it would always be. This will never change. So why is this important? Because we make love so we have children, and we love our children so they become great adults. And don't we love our things we do, we're passionate about it, things that we create, and that makes us feel great. We're creating with our actions. You see, daily action determines free will, is the proof. We're compasses. We shatter illusions and render fantasies obsolete, all these things that are distractions. We're electrical, so we shatter things that don't matter, things that are just on the way, distractions, fantasies, illusions. We just deal with them electromagnetically. We just get them out of our resonance. We just get them out of our mind. They're not important anymore. Our thoughts are electrical. Remember, we don't put energy on fantasies and illusions anymore when we understand who we are. Spherical light beings, electromagnetic poles around the human body, circular, just like the electromagnetic poles of the earth and the electromagnetic poles of the sun, spherical like us. So obviously we create with our actions, and we need to put love behind our actions, because the best creations are those that are loving creations. That's why we're infinite loving creators. This is why we're infinite eternal creators, because this is what we do. We were created to do that, to love. We live to love and we love to live. And the best way to live is by having a loving life, a great life, full of fulfillment and joy and happiness. And how do we do this? Through action. We take action every day, because action determines our destinations. Actions define us. Actions define who we are. We're not what we say. We are our actions. So if our actions are loving, then that determines who we are. We're loving creators, because this is the way the heart wants it. This is the way nature wants it. Just like the sun created the conditions on earth, so earth can create the conditions for us to exist. It's the same for us, part of the same process at a different scale, a biological scale rather than an astronomical scale or a terrestrial scale. So it's all connected. We're all creators, and we create through our actions, loving actions. The best creations are loving creations, loving actions. The best music, the best art is always those created by passion and love. The best athletes are those that love the sport the most, and they love themselves, and they're willing to take it to the very limit to prove themselves and to make a great contribution to society and humanity with their actions. So this is the way it is, and the way it would always be. This will never change, because we are the human race. We're a benevolent species. If our instinct is to exist through our heartbeat and to love with our heart, which is what gives us life, then that makes us a loving species, a benevolent species, a heartful species. So we are loving creators. This is who we are. Spherical light beings. This is our nature. This is why compass is spherical, because it comes full circle, just like the sun's spherical, the earth's spherical, our heartbeat, an electromagnetic pulse, is also spherical. So today I want to talk about the seed and what the seed means, the purpose seed and the seed of life, because remember the pulse of life and who we are and what this means and what this represents. So we are the seed of life, right? The DNA, the zygote, right? Our parents made love so we can be created. So the sperm found an egg, and then life started to gestate, started to form, right? And what did that do? It was this seed of life, and it's a cell, right? Starts, then it grows and grows, it grows, becomes a zygote. And then what's the first thing that happens once it reaches a point of gestation where life is consummated from a biological point of view as an organism inside our mother's womb? The heartbeat. The heartbeat. The human heartbeat. It's the signal, it's the electricity, right? That signals life. So that's the seed of life, who we are. We're alive because of the heartbeat. It's our creator, biologically speaking. It gives us the energy required to exist and to function, not only as adults, but also at the very early stages. So it's part of this synchronicity. You see, it's part of this scale of biology, is that parents make love, so they create life, and that's the seed of life, right? The zygote, 64 cells that start to develop, and then it generates the heartbeat, this pulse of creation, this pulse of life, who we are. It's the first signal that you are alive as a very small embryo, or way before you're a fetus, just like a zygote, you're still forming, is the heartbeat. It's the signal, the electrical current. So then again, that is biological proof that it's a heartbeat that makes sure that the biological process develops and expands, and the full body forms, and then we're born. So let's start there, the seed. So you can always refer to the website y.how/seed. That is y.how/seed for this visual. So I wanted to use this visual, the seed of life, which is a geometric representation of life, the seed, us, biologically speaking. The biological scale, we have a heartbeat, spherical light beings, electromagnetic pulse that allows us to create, to be loving. Okay, so let's use that same idea, this same notion of the seed of life, which is a very common and popular geometric figure, as purpose, because our purpose is to live, our purpose is to create, our purpose is to love. This is the fundamental purpose of the seed of life, us, the human race, to have a heartbeat, to exist, to love. This is our purpose, to understand that we're creators, that we love, that our nature is loving. So this is who we are. Our heartbeat is a heartful, benevolent heartbeat, creates life, creates love. So this is the very foundation of this process. This is why it's so important. So I use this image that represents the zygote and represents the very early gestation stages of the human development organism, as we call it. I mean, biologically speaking, let me just refer back to the name of it. I have it here somewhere. It's referred as the the human embryonic development. This is the terminology ontogenesis, which is the beginning of creation, Genesis. So the development of an individual organism or anatomical or behavioral feature from the early stages to maturity. So this is ontogenesis. This is the human embryonic development. The human embryonic development is the seed of life, the zygote. It's just the way it is. So it starts there, and obviously it gets to the stage where the cells have a heartbeat. And that's the electrical signal that really powers everything from there on, and the system just grows and then becomes a fetus, and then here we are, alive, conscious, dreamers, creating, and capable of creating life as well. Not only creating with our hands and our love, but also ourselves, reproducing and having children ourselves, and understanding that, because I am a father. So, I understand the biological instinct of loving something that you create biologically, and in this case, my child. So love is biological as well, it's instinctive. So I understand it from that point of view as a creator of life myself, but also from the non-biological point of view as a procreator, but also as the actions that I take with my hands and the purpose that I have. So this is why I like to use this seed of life, the zygote, and as the reference to purpose, because it signals who we are. Obviously, we're electrical beings. This is who we are, electromagnetic field, just like the electromagnetic field of the sun and the electromagnetic field of the earth. We also have an electromagnetic field. So this is our nature. We're electrical, we're energy. And I like to use this visual as the visual of purpose, because it connects us. It's purposeful. And I have spoken before about these elements that come together to have purpose. And these elements are freedom. We have spoken about freedom and what freedom is. Skills, calling, opportunity, dream, and action. All these things confluence. They all come together. And they all make purpose a reality. And I have spoken about this in the past, and in order for us to have a strong purpose and be purposeful, we need to have an identity and a true self, which then again is connected to this sense of life, the heartbeat. You need the creator, the individual that is created by the human heartbeat, that has the capacity to love and create with his actions and her actions and their actions. That same individual has an identity, a true self, and that true self requires a purpose, a reason to exist, why we exist. So this is why I use the seed of life, because it starts with the individual, with the heartbeat, which is the seed of life, creation itself, biologically speaking. And that creation, the individual, the identity, the true self, reflects into our purpose, which is a natural step. And to get to purpose, we need a combination of these notions, these ideas: freedom, skills, calling, opportunity, dream, and action. So let's just deep dive a little bit into them and talk about them from a objective reality point of view and what it represents as part of our compass, who we are, these electromagnetic beings, these spherical light beings that we all are, capable of creating through love. So freedom is essentially the heartbeat of the Republic of Planet Earth. Us, the leaders and defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth, citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth, we are free. We were born free. We have free will, and actions prove that. We prove our free will through our actions here and now, constantly. Daily action, purposeful daily action. This is what we do. So if you think about it fundamentally, freedom is that. We're free. We have a heartbeat. It gives us this freedom to create, to exist, to have a purpose, to have an identity. So freedom is fundamental because freedom is like the water. It moves freely. The wind, the planets, with energy, we flow, we're free. This is what we do. We're free thinkers. Our thoughts are not restrained. We just think, we dream freely. We imagine, we visualize freely. We take actions freely. We have bodies to move freely. So this is a very fundamental idea that we are free. We humans are free. This is who we are. It is our nature to be free because it's a biological thing. We are independent. We're capable of doing so. The fact that I'm here talking to you about it proves it. I'm free to talk about this because I'm free. So freedom is a fundamental notion because these degrees of freedom allows us to take the right actions and do the right things so we can actually be purposeful. So it starts with freedom. Purpose always starts with freedom. You need to have the freedom, not only the free will, but the freedom to do it. And the free will obviously guides us towards freedom because we're free. This is who we are, is our nature. We're free. So obviously freedom starts there. It's the foundation of it all. And then we move into skills because we're free. We have the freedom to choose skills through our free will and learn skills and become skillful, have a skill set. And with those skills, then we can essentially take action, daily purposeful action. We take action every day with the skills that we have, powered by our freedom. So what does that mean? Well, that means that if we're skillful and we're free, which we are, then it's easier to identify our calling because then again we're electrical and our calling is, as the name suggests, calling us, and we feel it. And how do we feel? Through our senses, through our emotions, through our feelings, and these are all electrical signals. So these electrical signals that we experience through neurotransmitters and receptors and receivers and hormones, they're all electrical in the end. It's signaling, it's messaging happening at a biological scale. So we feel them in our gut feeling, the neurons in our gut, the energy there, the signals, the dendrites, the axons in there, that they all doing synapse, they're all talking. It's electrical current, electrical signaling. The heartbeat, the emotions that we feel, electrical. We have neurons in our heart as well. So it's part of it. And then of course our brains, we think, and all these things are electrical, and our whole body essentially is electrical because we're energy beings. This is who we are. We're like the sun, spherical light beings because of our electromagnetic field around us. The pulse of life, the pulse of creation due to the human heartbeat that creates us. So obviously the calling is something that you feel. It's calling you. You get the butterflies in the tummy. You get the goosebumps. You get the shivers. Because it's all electrical. Your true self and your identity are driving you towards your purpose, your calling. And there is signs and strong signals every day. There's signs everywhere, strong signals everywhere, guiding you, driving you towards this outcome, which is use your freedom and your skills to undertake your calling, to find it and get it done with action, daily action, purposeful daily action. That proves free will. And that is the opportunity, that we have. It's a beautiful opportunity. Why? Because it's our calling. We have the skills, we have the freedom. It's the opportunity to have a voice in society, to benefit, to contribute to society. And we do that through our actions. We take the right actions. This opportunity that we have to embark on this journey to be one with everything, to create as it is our nature, as loving creatures, loving creators. So you see, this is all connected. This is just the way it is and the way it would always be. This will never change. So now we also have dreams, right? Once we understand the opportunity at hand and we actually take action, that means that we can make our dreams come true. The dream we visualize with our eyes, stare at the sun. We energize ourselves, open our hearts. We have the courage, the determination, the bravery that is required of us so we can manifest our free will. We can manifest our dreams through daily action, purposeful daily action. We create with our actions, loving actions. We're loving creators. We backed our actions with love. We love behind our actions, very powerful electromagnetic creation. We're manifesting our dreams. Our dreams come true through our actions. And this is the beautiful opportunity, the calling to go to our dreams, to make them happen. Have the skills and we have the freedom to do so. And then, of course, action, taking the actions that are required to get to the destination, to get to achieve our dream, to accomplish our dreams, to get to the dreams. I'll repeat that again, to get to our dreams, for our dreams to come true, to accomplish the mission, to achieve the objective, to get there, to get the job done. This is part of who we are. It is to take action every day, the right actions, with our freedom and our skills and our calling, this opportunity that gives us a voice in society, so our dream comes true through our actions. And this is why purpose requires all these components, all these different elements, because purpose is a fundamental idea. We're purposeful, we're alive, seed of life, we're alive because of our heartbeat, so we can create, so we can be purposeful creators, loving, purposeful creators. This is the whole idea, this biological notion of existence. Us as light beings, as spherical light beings, is to create through love. And that's our purpose, to create. Because we were created so we can create. And love is a force of creation. So this is how it works and the way it would always be. This is who we are. We're infinite, eternal creators. We're infinite love with infinite energy. And this is how it all comes together. Remember, we're a compass. It's 8 primary elements. The first element is identity and true self, seed of life, who we are, the heartbeat, the creator, the individual that loves and creates. The heartbeat is a reminder of who we are, electrical light beings, spherical light beings, have an electromagnetic field around us. Identity and true self, this is who we are, we're creators. Then obviously the second primary element is purpose, which is the reason why we exist. We exist to create. We were created so we can create through love. That's just essentially the way it is. It's a biological scale of creation. The sun is the astronomical scale of creation with its own heartbeat, with its own electromagnetic field, its own pulse of creation, its own pulse of life, created the conditions on Earth. So the Earth itself has its own electromagnetic field at a terrestrial scale that created the atmosphere and the conditions on Earth present themselves for the biological life that we all are, our DNA, and then us at a biological scale through the human heart. We can exist, we have a heartbeat, we love. We're all part of it, we're all infinite creators, we are all infinite energy, but at different scales. One is astronomical, the other one is terrestrial, the other one is biological, which is us. But it's the same outcome. The sun creates, the earth creates, we create. And we all have an electromagnetic field. We're all spherical. So hence, the round womb, life itself. The heart has this electromagnetic field that is round around us. So it's all about the circle, it's all about the sphere, because this is life, this is creation, it's spherical, the sun is spherical, the earth spherical, we are spherical, our eyes are spherical, our head's spherical, our heart's spherical. It's always round, we always have this tendency towards spheres, because this is our nature, is a biological build-up. The organizing agent of creation is shown, biologically speaking, in that way. So we create, just like the sun and the earth, and we create through our actions, our love, create life, and we also create things, our dreams come true. So this is powerful, and this is a message, because this is who we are, the purpose. And obviously the third primary purpose of compass is time and energy, because then again, we are energy, so we need to manage our energy accordingly. And the time, which is the perspective of the moment, the here and now that we all have. Relatively speaking, we experience time, which is nothing else but here and now, the moment, the instant. But we call it time, and we measure it. So it's important to understand that time and energy, they go hand in hand. And that's why it's a primary element of compass. Who we are, we're eternal compasses, we're eternal sundials. This is who we are. So then again, let's move into the fourth primary element, which is action, which is part of purpose. It's part of the seed of life. Daily action, purposeful daily action. We take action, and our actions must be aligned with our purpose. Our actions must be aligned with our identity and our true self, and we must manage our energy and time accordingly. This is a powerful combination. These things, they all come together. This is the way it is, and the way it would always be. Now, let's talk about the fifth primary element, which is why, how, the recalibration mechanism, the self-correcting tool to clarify our destination, this mechanism inside compass, to make sure that we're headed in the right direction, that we're on true north, that our identity and true self are, clear, and our purpose is the right purpose, and we are managing our time and energy accordingly, and we're taking the right actions, and we're flowing the way we're supposed to, is an important part of it, because of its infinite nature. Why has an infinite nature, the insatiable nature of why. You ask why, you're going to get to an infinite level of abstraction. So how do you bring that back to this concrete reality in which we live through action? How makes it so? Makes it concrete, it makes it solid. It grounds it, it manifests it into tangible objects, tangible things that you can take action on. So that's why, how. And it's so important. Then the sixth primary element is flow. Obviously, we're energy, so energy flows. We're free. Our free will flows. We flow with our actions. We flow through our days, just like water, energy, the planets, the wind. It's just the way it is. We flow. And what does that mean, biologically speaking? Well, we feel good about our actions. These are joyful actions, fulfilling actions, meaningful actions. Our heart resonates with them. We're happy. These are positive emotions. We're happy about it. We're driven by them. We're inspired by them. We're motivated by them. We're excited about them. We're energized by them. That's just the way it is. We're empowered and driven by them because we're energetic beings. We're energetic life. This is who we are. And it's just the way it is, and it would always be. We're a loving species. It's our nature to love. We live to love, and we love to live. Then, of course, we move into the seventh primary element. And the seventh primary element is true north, as a compass. Are we headed towards our destination? Are we headed? And we know this because we're flowing. All the signs are there. We're being signaled constantly with our actions that we are headed in the right direction, because our actions are aligned with our true self and our identity and our purpose. And we're using our time and our energy efficiently, and we've been effective about it. And if you think about it, we're having an impact. Our why how calibrates us. It says, yes, you're headed on the right direction, and we flow and we flow and we flow. So that's our true north. We keep on flowing. We're headed. We're on the right track. We are on course. We are on our path, on our journey, on the way. So then the eighth primary element is destination. Is getting there, is making the dream come true, the wish, the purpose, the mission, the goal, the target, the objective gets completed. The job gets done. The tasks gets achieved. It gets finished. We get the job done. It's a mission accomplished. It's full circle. That's why it's a full circle. It comes together. It's spherical. But it never ends, because once you get to a destination, we're still alive. We're infinite energy, infinite creators. So we keep on finding new destinations. We recalibrate with our why how. We keep on growing our identity and our true self. We keep on having new purposes, taking more actions, managing our energy and our time accordingly, flowing, always on true north for our new destinations. And this is just the way it is. And this is the seed of life. This is the cycle of life, the pulse of life, the pulse of creation. It's all connected, you see. It starts with the sun. So that's why we stare at the sun. Our eyes are round, just like the sun. It's a kind of hint, biological hint. Our iris is just round like the sun. And we have cone cells in our eyes that allow us to see light and colors. So we can stare at the sun, get all this energy through our bodies, our brains, and energize us, power us. We feel much better when we stare at the sun. As you can see, I stare at the sun and nothing comes out of it. It's just good, positive energy of life and creation coming through me. My human heartbeat, my electromagnetic field, my pulse is in resonance with the pulse of the sun. We're in sync. It's the same portal. I open the portal. I'm connected with it. I build the bridge. And then my heart gets stronger, my visions get stronger, my sight gets stronger, my dreams are more powerful, so I have the energy that is required for me to take actions and get where I'm supposed to get. You see, it's the sun iris nexus. It's a human practice. We're connected. You stare at the sun, you open your heart. And this is the process, because our heart is the creator, remember? Our heart creates, we love with our hearts. So we open our hearts to the sun, and then we have more energy to create more and bigger and have bigger dreams and manifest those. This is just the way it is and the way it would always be. This will never change. It is in our nature. This is who we are. Humanity, I love you all with all my heart, with all my might. I want you to know that. It would always be the case, and this will never change. We are the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the citizens of the Republic of Planet Earth. We're the leaders of the Republic of Planet Earth. We are the defenders of the Republic of Planet Earth. I love you all with all my heart, with all my might.